We interrupt the internet with the breaking news.
This just in, a beaver entered traffic like it shared the zoning board. A man pulled the carriage with his nipples because apparently shame got defunded. And a robot dog climbed a volcano, which means even lava has coworkers now. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week has involved less tail-based assault, less nipple freight, and fewer signs that machines are already lapping us. Welcome to Bomb versus the News, the only show where I try to fight reality, and reality shows up preposterously conditioned, lightly lubricated, and already bribing the judges. In Redmond, Washington, police dealt with a very determined beaver trying to cross a busy road, and the animal tail slapped an officer during the encounter. Very determined beaver is not a wildlife description. That is a Yelp review for a guy named Ron who owns too many ladders and says, "I know a guy," before every disaster. Bub came out firing. He saw determined and immediately translated to unlicensed with a truck. This beaver looked at moving traffic the way a contractor looks at a permit. That's adorable. Anyway, I'm starting Monday. The news answers right back. Strong lane presence. No fear, no blink, no deductible. And then it tail slapped the cop. Tail slapped. That is not panic. That is not instinct. That is contempt with fur. Huge shot from the news. Tail first. Pure disrespect. This is veteran nonsense. Do you understand how cocky you have to be to assault law enforcement with your own ass? That is not wildlife. That is a man banned from 3 Applebee's. Bob fires back. Tremendous phrasing. Strong body shot to the dignity of everyone involved. I'm telling you, I can see the whole guy. Wraparound sunglasses, neon hoodie, one glove on for some reason, standing in the road yelling, "Back up, Cheryl, I'm fixing drainage." Bob with the picture paint. He turned one beaver into a divorce excavator operator. Honestly, the scariest part is the beaver probably thought the cop was the one being difficult. The news sneaks one in late. That's the danger here. The facts themselves keep punching. Great opening round. Tight action. Ugly tape. The kind of fight where the judges already look compromised. The court says Bob wins the round. The math says it's tied. And the commission says, don't worry about it. Great start. Already corrupt. A Finnish circus performer known as the Baron set a Guinness World Record by pulling a 2,184-pound carriage with nipple piercings. Let's start here. If your achievement requires piercings, a carriage, and a neutral official with a clipboard, you're not chasing greatness, you are escaping supervision. Bob starts sharp, great contempt. He established authority and nausea in one motion. Also, his name is the Baron. Of course it is. The second you start towing Victorian transportation with your nipples, legally you stop being Trevor. The news answers with branding. The Baron is a devastating stage name for somebody making anatomy regret existing. And Guinness is guilty here too. Guinness always acts like the world's charming hall monitor, but on this they're like, absolutely, let's measure that nipple carriage. Big points for Bob. He turned the record book into an accomplice. This wasn't even an empty carriage. His partner sat inside it to make weight. At some point, 2 adults looked at each other dead in the eye and said, This is intimacy now. Massive swing from the news. The passenger detailed always plays. That's a championship grade additional information. This is not romance. This is a trust fall run by a haunted chiropractor. Bob with a nasty counter. Great image. Great menace. The crowd feels that one. And the phrase, make weight, is killing me. This man did not train for a record. He trained like his nipples had a title defense. Bob's on a run now. He has found the sport inside the sickness. The Beaver at least used all 4 limbs. This man skipped straight to human harbor crane. Call back lands. Call back lands. Bob went back to the Beaver and came forward with dock infrastructure. But every time I think I got the upper hand, the story adds another insult. This happened in public, with witnesses, with Guinness branding, with everyone pretending this is a normal use of daylight. The news won't go away. Great chin, horrific details. It keeps taking Bob's best shot and adding paperwork. Somewhere in a Guinness office, a calm adult typed heaviest vehicle pulled by nipples, and then went home and had soup. That level of emotional compartmentalization should be investigated. Huge shot from Bob. That may be the biggest punch of the night so far. Soup reference landed like a folding chair. And now the judges want to dock me for excessive disgust. Oh, now there are rules? Now? During nipple freight? The news steals lay points on officiating nonsense. Outrageous, dirty, entirely on brand. That round had everything. Pain, pageantry, bureaucracy, sideways romance. Exactly what comedy was invented to survive. Bob takes the main event by volume, disgust, and one brutal soup-based finish. The news is still dangerous, but Bob just won a round nobody should have had to fight. Researchers sent a 4-legged robot dog onto Mount Etna to sniff volcanic gases so humans would not have to enter dangerous terrain. This is where the night stops being funny and starts being personally rude. Because once a robot dog can climb a volcano, gather useful data, and come back productive, what exactly are humans still bragging about? Brunch? The news comes out strong. Competent machinery always scores. Nothing terrifies a host like a useful robot. Regular dogs hear the word bath and fake their own kidnapping. This one hears toxic volcanic mission and goes, copy that. Bob with a clean counter, great dog logic, strong domestic comparison. But see, that only helps so much because the visual is unstoppable. This is now a metal dog on an active volcano doing field signs like Satan just received a grant. Big swing from the news. The visual is championship material. You can't coach around Satan got a grant. Mount Etna has staff now. Staff. That mountain has a little employee with deliverables. Meanwhile, half the men on LinkedIn are still excited to announce nothing. The news keeps pressing. Tremendous workplace shame. The volcano is fully staffed and human males are taking collateral damage. And the useful part is what really stinks. That robot isn't just weird. It's employable. The robot dog is building a resume while Kyle is still circling back. Bob enters with status damage. Excellent class attack. Kyle is down, and Kyle wasn't even booked tonight. Look at the callback path here. We started with contractor confidence, then nipple infrastructure. Now science has a metal dog doing hazardous inspections. This whole episode is just labor violations wearing different outfits. Beautiful sequence from Bob. He tied the whole cart together. This is veteran host work. But then the story hits you with the fatal line. They sent the robot so humans wouldn't have to do the dangerous work. meaning the machine is not just braver than us, it is already more useful than half the men with visionary in their bio. Oh, this is savage from the news. Late round excellence. The machine took their jobs and their branding. This is management's dream employee. No breaks, no podcasts, no quick question at 4:57, just Volcano. The news is pouring it on. Straight fundamentals, clean work, zero smoke breaks. And now the judges are calling this a systems round. A systems round? That's not even a sports term. That's corruption with a lanyard. Bob's still punching, still protesting, still somehow losing ground while sounding right. And the final image is unbeatable. A robot dog climbing a volcano while the Beaver sues the county and the Baron applies for forklift certification. Massive closing shot from the news. Call back avalanche. Cross story finish. That may have sealed the whole night. This is the kind of round where the judges don't even look up. They just stamp the card, pocket the envelope, and head for valet. By split decision from a panel of compromised weirdos, the news wins tonight. Bob started fast, stole the middle, but late volcano work and full machine pressure closed like a champion. What we learned tonight. And never trust anything described as very determined. That phrase always ends in paperwork. If Guinness has a category for it, society already lost the appeal. And the second a robot dog gets promoted to volcano duty, every human resume becomes fan fiction. Bob fought hard. Bob boxed smart. But tonight, reality had deeper plans, stronger tape, and a fully bribed commission. Until next time, I'm Bob. Good night, stay weird, and if a beaver waves you through traffic, take the wave. That animal clearly works for the county.